I'm gonna click the video, man. See, it's gonna bring you in. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How about, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Sorry about I have a bad connection here, so.
Okay, hold on.
But as long as you can hear me, if you want me to turn off the video so you guys can just hear me
No,
clearly.
you fine, brother. Let me see if I can put it
Okay.
to where they can see you.
All right.
Let me see if I can pull you. Let's see if I can pull you over here. That'll work. All right. And man, I appreciate you taking our time for this, man.
Of course, no problem, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got, is it iCkEdMeL or how do I say your name? I don't want to keep messing your name up, man.
It's so funny that people try to pronounce my name, even when I heard the news media trying to pronounce my name. It's iCkEdMeL.
iCkEdMeL. Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all let me know if y'all can see this brother. Can y'all see him? Y'all let me know if y'all can see him. We are live with the man himself, iCkEdMeL. Man, this is an honor, brother. This is an honor, my guy.
Oh, for sure, man. Appreciate what you're doing.
Hey, no doubt.
I appreciate you reaching out too. I respect that.
Hey, no doubt, man. You know, this your work. I hate to appreciate, because this is your work. Got to appreciate your work. Okay? Everybody say they see you, man. Man, this is so cool, man. How you doing tonight, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just chilling. I took off like 2 days from this whole YouTube thing, but I came back tonight. So I'm good. Pretty good.
Okay, bet. Hey, sometimes we gotta take a break, brother. So I ain't mad at. Sometimes we gotta take a break. So I'm glad you came in. You came in right on time. Man. I saved you for the grand finale, brother. So I downloaded the quick one that you did, because if I remember, you said you just want to cut out the jibber jabber. You want to get straight to the points.
Yeah, I mean, some people like to watch the full version, but if you want the quick version, some people prefer that too, because a lot of times people don't want to sit there for a long time, so you got to make a quicker version.
Exactly.
Her baby dad didn't step up.
Okay, so I put the video by you. Let me make sure they can see the video as well. They should be able to see it. So let me see, can I kind of stretch this out a little bit, and we're gonna go over this together, man. And again, brother, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, man.
I know the grind. I appreciate, YouTubers. I know the grind and just hustling and, not making anything and just doing what you love, you know?
See, that's with me, man. I don't make anything of this, man. This is straight up a hobby. I'm like you, brother. I do this just to get my voice out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making something now, but even when you start making stuff, it's really not much, especially all the hours and the sacrifice that you put in, you know what I'm saying? So I totally get it.
Right. Let me see if I get my homeboy here. Has anybody seen Hugger Pacino? I'm pretty much sure he want to see this.
Right, for sure.
So let me let him know. If you got time. Sorry, bro. And y'all have it, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up, man. Cause this man have made time to come over here, man, to join us, man.
Sure.
And like I said, I thought they were bullshitting, but when I looked up, she said, "Hey, iCkEdMeL," I said, "Is he in the chat? Seriously?"
Well, the thing is, my main account, iCkEdMeL, for some reason, I can't post or donate in live chat for some reason. And I've been talking to YouTube for like months, and they say they're gonna fix it, but they haven't fixed it. So I don't know what's up with that. So when I come into live chat, I have to go on my other account, iCkEdMeL Live, to talk to people, So it's just YouTube too. Let me tell you something too, real quick. YouTube doesn't like people like us. They used to be about the small YouTubers. Now they pushed us away. They prefer the mainstream media. So even if you have more views on a certain topic, they'll put your video on like the 3rd page, 4th page. They don't want us speaking out and talking about this stuff. You're going to see it too as bigger you get,
dude, trust
they
me.
censor us.
Trust me, man. It's getting to the point now that notifications hardly going out, and people be like, you know, I didn't even know you was live, man. You know, so now you got a lot of subscribers, and you saying same thing happened to you.
Yo, they don't send notifications. Trust me, the media, when I did that interview, a lot of reporters reached out to me. Right. Trust me, they don't like to have to reach out to me and get permission. They don't like us. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Let me let a couple more guys know, because they wanted to see this. So let me let a couple of guys know that you on the show with me.
Yeah, I'll see if I can actually post this video on my community tab.
Okay.
Let me do that real quick.
All right.
Let's do that. Great.
And let me know when you're ready, man. I'm going to play this video. Just let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead, bro. Whenever.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, iCkEdMeL on the show with CHRIS THORNS Show. Let's get it.
To try to get the kids. It don't seem like she worried about Malia too much to me. She can't even cry. Like, no, he's not gay at all, man.
Now, I want to stop it right there, because that's one of the main things people was talking about, the crying thing. And I just find that odd, too, how she was just trying to make herself cry. And I'm just like, you know, what's up with that? You know, because if you really feel emotion, them tears going to come regardless. But it was like you trying to force yourself to cry. And they gonna see it, because I think this is the one where you got her on there where she talking about, are we live yet? And it's like she was rehearsing. She was rehearsing for. I was like, what the hell, man? What the hell? But let's continue.
How's it happening for months when the kids are with my baby's mother? How they have insurance on Malia and all of this stuff. And then she told my son, like, the night of, like, I'm about to get.
Now that's another thing I want to bring up too. I'm glad he said that, because usually that's the case with a lot of stuff like this, insurance policy. That with a lot of cases like that, because I watch a lot of Investigative Discovery, and that's usually what the problem is. The problem is, you know, somebody be dumb enough to sign insurance policy. They don't question why the policy insurance they got up so high, but they still sign it anyway just to please the man or the woman, and don't think about that something finna come behind it. So this is what I say. I believe there may be possibly insurance policy, but I say this: what good is you having one? You ain't gonna get a chance to spend it when you get found guilty. That's stupid.
No, that's true. Right. And like you said, I've heard of a lot of stories. Like you said, you watch crime stuff. I watch a lot of like serial killer and like all this kind of different crimes where the wife or the husband gets killed, and a lot of times it's money behind it, some sort of financial gain.
Yes, sir.
And there's some sort of life insurance, and a lot of times guys get suckered into, I'm just gonna do this life insurance thing. Women and guys, they get suckered into it so easily.
Right, absolutely.
To sign some sort of paper. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
These people will kill you. Your own kids.
Thank you for money. For money.
Yeah.
For money,
own
man.
Kids will kill you. There's so many stories where the kids have killed their parents.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, absolutely. Let's continue.
All right.
The Lifetime movie off of this.
Wow.
So say my first name and spell it.
Guys, here's the part right here now. If y'all can see it, here's the part right here. I'm gonna let y'all see it. Y'all just watch it.
First and last name and spell it. Because I know this is going out live.
Live right now?
Just take your time. Just take your time.
I mean, oh my God, do you seriously?
But you're just recording right now, right? So this isn't live right now, right?
I mean, seriously.
No.
Watch this guy. Look at her face. Look at her face, guys. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Come on, man.
I don't want to do any questions.
Look, man, I gotta stop right there, man. When you first saw that, man, what was your thoughts when you first saw that?
Well, let me tell you this. When I first started covering the story, a lot of people told me that, like, with Brittany Bowens, the mother, a lot of people told me the tears, they didn't believe it. I held back on that because, you know, I lost my father in 2010, and I kind of went crazy.
My condolences.
And when I lost my father, my mother told me, I didn't cry. So, like, I feel like people grieve differently. When my father passed away and I found out the situation, I really didn't cry. It took me like a while to do that. But then I'm thinking like, this is this woman's daughter.
Absolutely.
If it was my daughter, yo, I would be in tears.
Thank
I'll
you.
be out there doing searches. I'll be doing
Thank
everything.
you.
So at first, I didn't jump on that criticism, but I saw everybody else jumping on it, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I got to jump on it too. And if you this interview where I saw the beginning, she really does look like she's rehearsing. Like at one point,
Exactly.
she does like a breathing thing. She
Thank
breathes
you.
in, she's preparing for it and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy, man.
It is, brother. It is, man.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, ickEdMeL on the show with Chris Thorns, man. This is so cool. If you ever hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up, man. Show your love for this man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Not right now. I just want to let everybody know about the flyer. Is that okay? My name is Brittany Bowens.
Jesus Christ. Hey, that's a dope intro, bro.
Yeah, I
That's a
believe
dope
my
intro.
son is innocent, and I believe his story. You know, I sent you all the pictures of him getting cut up and all of that stuff. So I really believe like either she got something to do with it, or like he been set up in some type of way. But I know he didn't do nothing to her because he loves her. You know, he been taking care of her since she was 1 year old. Brittany, like.
Okay, let me stop right there because when I first saw the first interview that you did, when I heard him say that, I said, you know what? If Brittany is vindictive, like he claims she is, that I can see the possibility that she may had set this up. But at the same time, I said, but in order for her to set this up, she would need to know the exact time he's leaving, the exact route that he's taking. If there's multiple routes to get to the airport, she would have to know the exact time and the exact route he's taking. Or do you agree or disagree with that? How you feel about that, man?
No, I would think she would have to. And well, the thing is too is that I'm going to point it out later. Okay. There was 2 points in this interview that was incorrect. Okay. That the father mentioned about the post route and the whole blood and all that, which we're going to get to later.
Okay.
I had reporters like talk to me, reach out to me, that confirm with me that it was incorrect. Okay. And I even spoke to the father, and he confirmed one of the things that he was mistaken. But when we get to that point, we'll definitely talk about that.
No problem.
Sure,
no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
Like she, you know what I'm saying? She ain't no type of mother. Like he's been the one taking care of the kids the whole time.
But were they together when the whole CPS thing happened? Because I know the mother and the biological father got called to CPS, but were
yeah, they were together doing the CPS thing.
Oh, but were they living together or no?
Nobody didn't tell people that when the kids got taken away, they went to Darion's mother.
Really?
Darion's mother had the kids, all 3 of the kids, for 6 months before they went back to the family.
I wonder why they kept that from everybody. That's
so when the child fell, when Malaya fell, whose home was it in?
It was in her mother's home, which Darion and Brittany stayed with her mother. Malaya,
so the 3 of them were staying in that home together. So Brittany, Darion, and Brittany's mother.
Yes.
Okay, and that's what happened.
Like he had to suffer with the CPS thing the first time. You know what I'm saying? They took the kids away. He was devastated about that. That's why he did everything in his power to get those kids back. He begged his mom to take those kids in. She took those kids in. She lost her job because she took the kids in, and she had to be there with the kids all the time. Darion was the one going over to her house, taking her money, you know what I'm saying, visiting the kids and stuff like that. Brittany was not doing none of that.
Did they ever give this?
Okay, before going further, man, I want to bring this to your attention if you've seen it. Did you know that Malia kept going back to the emergency room in the hospital and they couldn't explain why she kept going back?
Let me tell you that was really disturbing to me.
Exactly.
That she went to the hospital multiple times. KHOU actually interviewed me, right? And let me tell you something else. When you get huge and big, let me tell you something else. I did a 10-12 minute interview, right? Mm-hmm. Out of the 10-12 minutes, they took 5 seconds and they put it into their own clip after that.
Right.
So always record yourself.
Okay.
Because these people, they can use your audio, your clips, or whatever. But I was just it was kind of surprising to me. The whole CPS thing too. Let me tell you this: there's a gag order. I did a whole video covering this, the whole gag order thing, where it started on May 10th. They don't want you talking about that gag order. That's why the media, they won't talk about it. And the father, he was incorrect in some of the statements, but he spoke about there was multiple instances where Malia was involved in CPS in the history. And I pulled the actual document up. It started from 2016.
Yeah, I saw your video on that. Yeah.
We know about 2018 where this girl supposedly fell and like they had to take her to the hospital, and it was multiple visits. And I worked in the hospital for a long time. The first couple of visits, they just sent her back home. It wasn't until like she was like throwing up and like throwing up vomit, like blood and stuff, where they finally said like maybe there's something wrong. They should have did a CT scan of her head to find out if there's something going on. They failed that little child. Not only the CPS, but the hospital did.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's disturbing and disgusting. And the other thing too was that what I learned about this interview was that Malia was staying with Brittany Bowen's mother, with Brittany and Vince at the time, Darian Vince at the house, and then they all got taken away, which I didn't know about that. You know.
And so I don't know how long you was in the chat room, but I played with the chief. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, Acevedo.
Okay, him. Yeah, and the other guy who came and spoke. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a type of guy that listen to what you say and what you don't say. This man got up there and said that everybody who's involved is not cooperating. He said everybody who's involved is not cooperating. So I asked the audience, I said, so that means is it safe to say that everybody who's involved in it, is it safe to say they ain't shit? Because if
you know what, Acevedo didn't say that, but Slankard, and which I appreciate that. I don't like people lying to me. I don't like people dancing around the bush. I want you to tell me bluntly what it is.
Exactly.
So Slankard came out and he said that like that there has been no cooperation. You know what I'm saying? There has been up to this point, like the mother went and she spoke to the police and that was it. But as we know, she lied and held that for 6-7 days where the whole situation that she complains about her daughter. Absolutely. You know, so I can appreciate Slankard being honest and being like, yo, there has been no cooperation from nobody.
Exactly. Yeah. So and then with that being said, it makes you even want to more believe this must be some under table money involved. If nobody's cooperating, it makes you think about that. You know, think outside the box. There's some under table money involved. Why nobody is not cooperating? And if that is the case, that everybody in on this, man, then the whole family ain't shit. I mean, just plain and simple.
Oh, seriously, that's what it is for sure.
Let's continue. And guys, thank y'all so much. People who come from his side, thank y'all so much for coming over. It's an honor to have y'all over here. If y'all haven't, please hit the like button. My name is Chris Thorns, the Chris Thorns Show. I do the same thing that brother iCkEdMeL do. You know, I speak on stories like this, and I hope me and this man can work together again. It's an honor to have this brother on my panel. Yeah. It's an honor to have this brother on my panel. Let's continue.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And no problem.
The kids, or at least Malia or whatever, to the biological father. That was one of the big questions
He didn't want them.
Wow.
He didn't want them.
Okay, I want to stop right there too, if you don't mind. I want to stop right there too because
that's a good point to stop at. Yeah, for sure.
One of my last streams, I said to my audience, for some reason, I kind of believe that because he's been nowhere around.
Exactly.
Except for one time.
When
he came and said the public should not be giving me information. Darian should be giving us information. That's true. Yep. That's true, and I feel him on that. But where the fuck was you this whole time?
Yes. Thank you.
Where's you at? But yet you posting up pictures on social media, and it makes me feel like you being an opportunist now.
I don't trust that guy, the biological father, because I could understand grieving, but let me tell you, and I've said this in another video, if it was my daughter that was missing, gone, I would be out there in the dirt.
Thank you.
Hands and feet.
Thank you.
Dirt covered.
I'm burning down a city or a wood area to find my baby.
I wouldn't sleep. I would be driving out every night.
Thank you.
To hear this guy that's just kind of like, I'm just not gonna be involved. I seen a video, a live stream where he was just like, he said that he knows what it is. He felt like she was dead, so he's not gonna search. For
Are you
me, I just think that's
serious?
yes. And if you saw the video where I talked about the whole CPS history, I think there's something in it that we don't know about involving him because it was just
Okay.
like, why wouldn't CPS uh like give the father the opportunity to take the child? If the mother's failing, which she failed, obviously,
Yeah, right.
why wouldn't he have the opportunity? You
Thank
know what
you.
I'm saying? We don't see
Thank you.
that. We don't
Thank you,
see him
brother.
speaking up. We don't see him standing up as a man.
As a man, there you
Let me
go.
tell you, as a man, because there's no fathers anymore in the household anymore. There's no fathers anymore. As a
Yes,
man,
sir.
you should be standing up for your daughter
Exactly.
as,
Exactly. Well, for your kids,
and
period, but it's
fighting
something about
for
them
it.
daughters though. But for your children, period, you should be standing up. Period.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and so you got time to get on
It's
social
weird.
media. You got time to get on social media. Say, I'm not gonna search for her because I think she dead. Come on, man. You make yourself look like a piss poor man.
And that guy is not as innocent as you think, because I saw a picture of him on like Instagram with like a gun and his hip and like all this other stuff. He's not as innocent as you think
Oh
he is either.
Lord. Oh
You know,
Lord.
so there's something up with that guy too. I don't know
Okay.
what's up with him.
Bet. Let's
But to
continue.
me, he's not no real father. He's not a man, because I could never do that. Just stand by, just like this mother did. Because I know plenty of mothers out there that are hardworking. They would stand by their children.
Yes.
But there are mothers out there too that are so weak that they need somebody to affirm their life to make them feel like there's something. So they need a man in there. So they'll introduce
Absolutely.
anybody into
Absolutely.
their child's life.
Absolutely.
You
Agreed.
know?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Let's continue. Agreed.
All right. Yeah,
My
something didn't
son,
seem right to me, man. That's crazy.
yeah, because like I said, they have previous history with CPS.
Mm,
That's one of the things she's hiding.
wow.
When Darion came in the picture, those kids couldn't do nothing, like nothing. Like he the one taught them how to talk and use the bathroom and stuff like that. Like they were way behind.
She made a lot of allegations that came out, which to me was very suspicious. That like she waited like a week or something. If she's so concerned about her daughter, why wait 6-7 days to come out with this whole the abuse allegations, the shower stuff, the things where he would take her to daycare and then bring her back home and do things and like all that kind of stuff. Like, what do you think about that? What do you have to say about that?
There were times where he would say she was at daycare, but he would bring her back, not drop off at daycare, but bring the child back here to the home with him. There's reason to believe, based on what I know now, that there's issues of him possibly young Malia.
First of all,
Let me stop right there, bro, because a lot of people speak on Brother Cornell X, and it's not good. Do you know anything about
Yeah.
him, and what's your thoughts on him?
A lot of people have been requesting me to research Quano X.
Me too.
I really want to look into him. I just haven't had the time. A lot of
Mhm.
people, I think he's affiliated with Fox
Mhm.
News. I've had somebody that messaged me the other day and told me that like Quanell got a friend of hers off of a murder. Like this guy, somebody killed somebody at a gas station. He was a black guy that killed a white person, I guess.
Mhm.
And Qualna X, he's a very controversial person. So he used the whole race card. And it's something I talk about on my channel because black people, Latino people, they're easily manipulated by race. You know, I
Mhm.
don't want to get too far off, but
Mhm.
you can easily manipulate black and Latino people so easily by saying, "Oh, this is a race thing" and all that. It's so easy because they're just emotional and
Yep.
because of the traumatic history that there's been. So
Absolutely.
it's easily manipulated. Quano X, I haven't heard anything good about him. I've heard
Exactly. Me either.
bad things.
Me
You
either.
know, he's manipulative. That's what I've heard
Yeah. I heard.
about that guy.
He done stole money.
Yes,
He done done
there
some of
was a guy.
everything.
There was a guy. Phil Advice show. I saw that he did an interview with it was like three black women, and they seem legit. What they were
Mhm.
saying, it really did seem legit. So I want to look into him. I would like to interview him, you
Mhm.
know, but I don't know about the Qualna X guy. I haven't heard anything good about him. I feel like I've heard that he aligns himself with people that are guilty and he tries to like make them seem positive, and he'll use any kind of tactic, whether it's race or anything
Mhm.
else, to try to like make that person seem positive or whatever. He's a race hustler. Somebody say
Mhm.
huge opportunistic. He's a race hustler, and that's one thing I don't like. You know what I'm
Uh
saying?
huh.
Racism exists.
Uh
I
huh.
don't like people that use it race issues to their benefit to come up.
Absolutely.
I don't respect that at all.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
and the thing about that is, I don't know, you seen the interview that she did with Kay Houston. I forget what the guy name is. And some of the questions he was asking her, I feel like that she need to be the one answering it. Cornell don't need to be answering it. She need to be answering it. Because, like, one of the things he asked her, you know, something about a text. And the guy asked her, okay, you know, what was his response? Cornell went, I'm like, seriously? She can't answer that?
Shut her down. There's 2 interviews that I still need to watch that I missed out on. But Cornell X, he's like the handler of her. He shuts her down. And these race baiters, to me, they don't motivate me because I'm not emotional like that. I've grown up with so many different race and colors. It's not that serious to me, but I see what these people do. And what this person told me was that they manipulated the whole race agenda to get this person off that killed somebody, legitimately killed somebody, and they got off on that whole race thing or whatever, you know? So
yeah, man. So I thought that was kind of corny about the text thing, because I'm like this. If I text somebody, that's an easy question for me to answer. Okay, Chris, what would they respond? Even they said, fuck you. Okay, that's what they said, fuck you. You know? So that should be easy, point blank, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got iCkEdMeL on the show, man. You know, I asked him to come. He's here. He's on the show with us live, man. It's truly an honor. And again, thank you for people coming from his side to join us. Y'all are awesome. I see y'all in the chat room. I can't catch everything, but I see y'all in the chat room, man. Y'all some awesome people. And I hope y'all would sub and come and check me out sometime, too. I really appreciate y'all. Let's continue.
He has no way to be able to take her to daycare and come back home because he works 9 to 5. So how is he gonna come home when he works a 9 to 5 job? None of those things are true about him. Like I said,
I want to stop right there, but I'm gonna wait till you ask him about the picture.
9 to 5. So how is he able to take a child back home when he has to be at work? CPS is involved in their life, so if they miss any type of days, CPS is going to be on it, because the case is still was ongoing. You know what I'm saying? And she had previous problems with CPS before Darian even came into the picture.
I believe it. I believe it.
We've been warning Darian about this girl. We've been trying to get him away from her. He didn't listen because he didn't want to leave the kids with her. He's been the sole provider the whole time. Like, he loved those kids. He definitely fought for them to get back into custody. Like I said, they went with his mother. They didn't go with Brittany's family at all. They went with my baby's mom.
CPS thing, because there's very little information, but I saw one, I think that was from 2018. Was there more things that have happened previously, you're saying, or is that the only thing?
Yeah, before he was even involved with her. There's been several instances where people actually have saw her punch the kid and stuff like that. Yeah, so Darian, he's not no violent type of person. That's what I'm saying. Like, he has no violent past at all. He has 4 nieces. Stories just not even matching. Like, why would you leave your child at home with him if he's doing all of these things?
Thank you.
That doesn't make sense.
Thank
right?
you.
And
there has a CPS case open, so don't you think CPS has already looked into all of those things before they even sent the child back home with them? It's like they trying to set him up. I don't know what's going on, but it's not good. Like, I feel like they trying to set my son up, really.
Have you ever met Malia?
Yes, I have.
The gay pictures that he was sending to a guy, and that caused him. She got upset, and this is one of the stories they're using too. That he went into a rage and got upset that she found that out or whatever.
No, he's not gay at all, man. Okay. That's crazy. It's just like, and then it's like the guy that she with is like he's making up the story, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Cornell, the activist.
Yeah. Like, he just threw himself in the, you know what I'm saying, in the picture. He's making up the story, and you know what I'm saying, she just going with it.
Right.
Like, she never found no pictures of Darian with no guy, nothing like that. She saw some texts with him with a girl, and she got mad. But he's never been gay or nothing like that, man.
Okay.
That was one of the craziest things that I heard. But that's the reason why she broke up with him, not because she claimed he was molesting her baby. Come on now.
Right.
Be real.
Well, strange thing is that she said it was like
stuff is not true, man.
She said it was happening for months, so I couldn't wrap my mind around it. That's why I was kind of going hard on her. Like, how as a mother can you see this stuff for months?
Yes, exactly.
Now that supposedly there's gay stuff.
Exactly.
How's it happening for months when the kids are with my baby's mother? They just not getting the kids back.
Right. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think they got the kids back from what I read, if it's correct, in February from what I read.
Right. Darion fought hard to get those kids because
Really?
her family didn't want to step up for the kids. Like he had his mother go get those kids, you know, and 2 of the kids wasn't even his. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, what 2 kids? Because I know they have.
They have 3 kids. One is Darion's kid.
Okay.
The youngest one is Darion's. The older 2 are not his children.
And they belong to Brittany?
They belong to Brittany and her baby's father.
Okay.
But all of them went to my baby's mother's house.
Okay, let me stop right there real quick, because I had a question now since I heard that. I didn't catch it at first, but I caught it now. Now you have to question, how is Malia taking all the damage and other kids not? That looks suspect too.
Yeah, for sure.
How she? Go ahead.
It does look suspect. There was 2 points of contention in this interview, right? Because reporters reached out to me, and like the one point was the whole Joe Vance, which is Darian's father. He stated that he never worked a post route, that he was just like in the office kind of thing. Which reporters reached out to me, 2 or 3 reporters.
He did say he was working a route.
He was working around, and I spoke to the dad, and he said it was a mistake. He was actually working around.
Okay.
The blood thing too was a contention because I've read in multiple articles it wasn't like the brother's toothbrush and that was just it. No, I've actually read that it was a match to Malaya as far as like the whole blood in the hallway and the sink and all that stuff. So those were 2 things that were didn't match up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I heard what he said there, but I'll wait till you get to it.
The interesting thing too, before we start, is what's really important to me, because he gave, the thing was some of the things they didn't match up for sure. Some of the things but he gave a lot of details that we didn't know about before. The whole CPS history, media, news outlets, they're not allowed to talk about it. You and me, we could talk about that.
Exactly.
They're not allowed to talk about it because there's a gag order. It goes back as far as 2016. And this just goes to show how they fail our children, how our children are under attack.
Absolutely.
And the bribery and all the money that goes behind this, how the hell could they let this go on since 2016? And it takes for this child to crack her head under the supervision of this so-called mother, right?
Right.
Crack her head. And she goes to the hospital, and the hospital failed too. We spoke about that. The hospital failed too.
Right.
And she had a helmet and all sorts of stuff. And they send her back in February.
Absolutely.
It's a joke.
It is, brother. An absolute joke. And so I'm glad he brought that up because I caught it, because I'm like this. Y'all got all these kids, and from what I'm hearing, Darion has kids with her as well, if I heard that right. So how the hell is Malia's the only one taking all the damage?
And some of the pictures I saw, and I saw some videos too, that he seemed, and I never seen a picture with the mother involved, but I seen pictures with Darion at the beach. There were videos, the kids having fun. I don't think that he's innocent in this. I think he somehow got caught up in this. But I saw a lot of pictures, and I don't see nothing with this so-called mother. Nothing.
But remember what we talked about earlier. So you haven't seen no picture with the mother. We don't hardly see no picture with the biological father either.
Right.
We hardly ever see no picture with the biological father. So this whole scenario, honestly, it's spinning out of control.
It is.
It's really spinning out of control. And you got so many gaps in the holes to the point, like the police saying, nobody's cooperating anymore, because I believe nobody's not cooperating because they going to criminalize themselves.
Right.
They have some kind of involvement in it. And the most important, why wait till you get there? If you put that in there about who he got dropped off by, I hope you get to that too. Let's continue.
For sure.
Let's continue.
All right.
For 6 months. Only reason why Darion was arrested was because the media was so heavy on my son's house, my other son's house, that he decided to take his kids and his wife back to St. Louis, because they're from St. Louis.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay.
my son Joe Jr. decided to take his wife and his kids back to St. Louis. When he got on the highway, he got pulled over by Texas Highway Patrol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put guns up to him and had him get out the car, search the car and see it was Malia or Darion was in the car. They actually thought Darion was trying to leave town.
His name is Joe too, right? Your other son?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. They thought Darion was trying to leave town. So when they saw Darion was not in the car, they went back to the house and arrested him because they said he was a flight risk.
Right. I heard about that.
So that's why he was arrested. And then they came up with this charge about something about a corpse or something like that.
Right.
So he was at his brother's house. They knew where Darion was at the whole time.
Okay.
The cops knew where he was at. Like I said, when Joe left to take his kids out of town and his wife because he feared for their safety, the cops thought Darion was trying to leave town. So they went right over to where he was at and locked him up. So he never was on no run. He never was missing. Okay. He just didn't, you know what I'm saying? When he went out that first night to look for Malia, he got mobbed. And then and then he didn't understand. He didn't trust her or her baby father because they came to him real crazy, you know what I'm saying, with guns and all type of stuff. Wow. So he didn't want to be around them, you know what I'm saying? He didn't trust him. He was starting to listen to what we were saying about not trusting him.
Do you know anything about the biological father? Anything, his involvement? Did he ever? I don't know if you know. Like, did he ever hit Malia before, or like his involvement? Or there were some allegations too that he tried to see her.
I heard allegations about him through Darion that that he was abusive to the kids or whatever. But I know he do crazy stuff, like he only get one kid at a time and all of this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, Darion had those kids most of the time. He the one who took care of the kids.
Right.
Like, he's the responsible one out of all of this.
I'm looking at the pictures that you sent me. Do you know when the pictures were taken? Like, were they taken the day of? Or I guess the day after?
That was taken when at the hospital.
At the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
By Brittany.
Okay. This doesn't look like it was at the hospital, though. I had a question.
Well, maybe they was taken after they left. You know what I'm saying?
And then you notice when you said that, it's like he tripped. He kind of tripped. Because, because you look at the background, they don't look shit like no hospital. Nothing like no hospital. It sounds like you right outside that apartment. Okay, yes. So he tripped up on that one. He tripped up real bad on that one.
I couldn't let that slide. I'm sorry.
So I'm glad you caught that. He tripped up bad on that one. Well, let's continue.
They was taking the date. You see, he got stitches and everything.
Yeah, I saw the stitches. You see that?
Yeah.
As far as you know, I guess he was hit on the head. Was he gun butted or?
No, his head was rammed into the car.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Because I heard what his dad said. His head was rammed into the car. If your head was rammed into the car, I think you would see a little bit more than that. Now, some people in my audience said, I want you to tell me what you think about this, when I first was hitting it real good. They said his wounds, his scratches, some of them look like they baby defense wound. Like he trying to grab it and she's, clawing at him. I say, it could be a possibility, and somebody say, nah, little baby can't do that. I said, no, if they claws sharp enough, a baby can scratch the hell out of you. Now, they nails are sharp enough. What do you think about that? What do you think about that theory?
I've never heard about that theory, but that is very interesting. Because to me, let me just say this. To be unconscious, right? In and out of consciousness, 24 hours, those pictures, they don't match up to me. Personally.
Absolutely. Thank you.
They don't match up to me. That looks like you got into a fight with a chick, Brittany Bowen. Something crazy happened. Things got crazy, and like the girl got hurt in the process. That's what that kind of looks like to me. But it's just speculating.
Exactly.
But as far as in and out of consciousness and like, well, it's kind of weird. Is like, what was your child? Because he had his son with him too at that whole time. The 1-year-old or the 2-year-old child.
Exactly.
What happens to that child the whole 24 hours?
Thank you.
Weird
and that's another thing that my audience brought up. Why would you take Malia but leave witnesses behind?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that too.
Right. You leave a young boy who could possibly explain what happened, and I guess they haven't talked to him yet. I guess considering his age, or they have talked to him.
No, there's no way. Trust me, my 2-year-old daughter, 2.5, she talks, but there's no way if something happened that she would be coherent to tell people what happened. There's no way. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Good luck with that.
Gotcha. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Yeah, I see him, and he has cuts on his leg, cuts on his other leg, forehead. Darion, he said he was unconscious for 24 hours. Do you believe that? Do you think he was unconscious?
He didn't say.
Good question.
Didn't say he was unconscious for 24 hours. He said he was going in and out of consciousness.
Okay.
Yeah, they kept beating. They was beating on him. You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear about the thing where they said that he was dropped off in that same vehicle that he was,
Here we
that was
go.
stolen?
Here we go.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard about that.
Okay, I heard something about like there was some surveillance. The police said this. Nobody's seen it or anything, but that supposedly he was dropped off in that same vehicle.
No, is this real? The whole.
Okay, now that was one of my first critical problems I had with the dad,
sure.
because if you've been following the case,
Yep.
everybody saw that. Not just me and you as content creators, and everybody who's talking about this case. If you are his dad and you've been following this case, then you saw that too. You should have been if you've been following it. So there's no way you finna tell me that I never heard nothing about that. Seriously? And it's plastered out over the news and the media?
Yeah. I thought that was weird.
Yeah,
sure.
that's weird. So that was one of the first problems I had when he said that. I'm like, dude, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I that to me was kind of weird. And the thing was too is like, and I think most people understood it. Though I got an email today, some people didn't understand it. I wasn't trying to content him and argue with him in every situation.
Uh-huh.
I wanted him to keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
Interrogative option, like you want to keep people talking. You want to
Right.
shut them down, because when you shut them down, that's when they stop talking. You want to keep people
Absolutely.
talking,
Absolutely.
So most people saw that interview for what it was, and I've spoken to that guy, Joe, multiple times after it. He honestly, to me, he seems like a genuine guy,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of videos that are being posted that kind of contest that, and we can talk about it after. But to me, he really does seem to me like a father that kind of he cares about his son.
Mm-hmm.
He's not fully in the loop.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how you didn't see that clip, unless he's lying or he really didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, I'm telling you something like this, man. We got family members, and they in some heat like that, and especially if they come around a family, then you're gonna keep your eyes on social media. I don't give a damn what you say. I know I will. You're gonna keep your eyes on social media, because if you want to protect your son, then you're gonna keep your eyes on social media. So
for sure.
I'm like you. I find it kind of hard to believe he said, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Now, I'll never say he's a bad guy. Now, I'm not going to say that. But, I was like you. When you said at the end, I think he's a guy that just really supporting his son. He's trying to protect his son. Yeah. And he has his right to do that.
I mean, to keep it real with you,
Yeah.
I've seen parents of serial killers, once they're charged,
right,
they're sticking by their child. You know what I'm saying? So this interview, I saw it as a father sticking up for his child, and it changed some people's perspective. And I learned so much about this that they're hiding the CPS history because the media can't talk about it because there's a gag order. So we can talk about the things that these people can't talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I can respect some of that and a lot of that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's continue.
I think it's real strange how he just was, pulled over and people just jumped on him and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like they set him up some type of way. Really.
Okay.
And then I got messages about like how they have insurance on Malia and all of this stuff. Insurance on Malia.
Did you see the picture of Darion walking out of the apartment?
Here we go.
With the laundry basket
Here we go.
and the garbage bag.
Here we go.
What do you think about that? Yep.
He was actually doing laundry.
Did you notice my sarcastic laugh there too? Some people didn't catch that, but I was laughing.
You know what? It's not funny, but it's funny to hear him say that. This how I broke it down to my audience when I heard that. This how I broke it down there. I want you to tell me if you agree with this. He does laundry. He got a basket in his hand. Yeah. There's no clothes in the basket at all. All you see is a black bag. Now, if he was doing laundry, you would see clothes in a basket. Now, I can understand if the basket got full, then maybe he put the extra clothes in the bag. But that's not what we saw.
No.
That's not what we saw. We saw the basket with a black bag in it, which nobody, it's not talking about the black bag anymore. I just got through talking about that before you came. Why is nobody talking about the black bag anymore?
It doesn't make sense. I can totally get from like a father perspective where you're doing everything, you're cleaning, you're cooking, because I've been there, cleaning, cooking, doing laundry. But the fact that there's that laundry basket with a bag, a garbage bag, that kind of doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense at all. At all. But let's continue.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He does the laundry.
Okay.
He cleans the house. He cooks. He takes the kids to daycare. He does all of those things.
What do you think about the picture that the police posted where you see
here we go again. Another point.
Another point. They said that's the last time she was seen, April 30th.
I haven't seen the picture.
Oh, come on, brother Joe. Come on, man. When I first heard that, I said, dude, you gotta be pulling my leg, man. You gotta be pulling my leg. This is your son you are protecting, but you're not keeping up with what's going on. I refuse to believe that. I just refuse to believe. Again, like I said earlier, you with your son. I'm not knocking you for that. You know, you want to be behind his corner. But even you have to admit, son, I love you. I want to be there for you. But some of the stuff you're doing, man, they got you caught on camera point blank. You know, you looking suspect. You know?
Well, let me say this, too, before we get to the next clip. With, like I said, Joe Vance, I've spoken to him multiple times. He seems, to me, with the conversation, he seems like a stand-up guy that cares about his son. There's another channel on YouTube called Planet of the Fakes.
Yeah, I heard of him.
And what I don't respect about that channel, let me tell you this. They're putting out a bunch of, like, Malia was seen here, Malia was seen there, alive. I don't respect that stuff because when you're putting out false information,
exactly,
you're really taking away from the investigation. I don't, with every fiber in my being, I can't respect you as a channel when you're putting out purposely because they know it's going to get views. Malia was seen found here. No, she wasn't. That's a false report.
Exactly.
I can't respect channels like that. And the other thing I saw that channel doing too was that they were taking complete interviews with the Quanah X on the Philly Vice show. They took the whole interview, they chopped up a little bit, but they posted that to their channel. So no matter how many disclaimers that you put on your channel with the fair use, that's not going to protect you.
Exactly.
People can still issue you a copyright strike. I don't respect that.
Exactly.
Don't put out false information about Malia. Malia. Also, the other thing too, I was trying to figure out Malia or Malaya. I don't know, but I don't respect that whole like garbage where you're trying to get views and you're lying to the people and people are just biting into that. I don't respect it, bro. I just really don't.
That's why
I really don't.
That's why with me, and I'm pretty much, you sound like a guy who do the same thing. If anybody who sends me a story, you know, we got to do thorough research. Cause I'm like,
dude,
you.
I get so many emails. I even had pictures. Oh, my premonition is that Malia's here. They sent me pictures with a GPS map of the tarot card reading of Malia's body is right here in this section. I'm like, I can't do that on my channel. I respect it, and they report it to Crime Stoppers. But you think that I'm gonna report on your premonition? It just doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
I can't do that.
I don't want to. I tell people I don't want to play a part in giving out false narratives. I don't want to play a part. I don't want to put nothing on somebody's name that they didn't have nothing to do with it. So anytime, and I got some good sources who send me stuff, but I still go research it myself.
Yeah, you got to research it, bro.
Make sure what you're sending me is legit.
At the end of the day, you will come out looking stupid. You know
thank you.
I get so many pictures, I get so many emails, and I hold back from a lot of the stuff because it's like, you don't know.
Absolutely.
Don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is iCkEdMeL, man, the man of the hour. Man, you don't know how much this means to me, brother. And then, like I said, you got some good people in the chat room, man, and they pretty much agreeing with what we saying. You got some good people in there, man. And again, man, hopefully this is not the last time y'all come through, man. But we almost finished, guys. So let's go.
They said they found in the house was actually if you look at the report, it says related to Malia because it's her brother's blood from his toothbrush.
Let me stop right there.
Stop it.
When I heard that, I said, you know what? I said he's
Tell me what you
clever.
thought.
I said he's clever. He playing word game.
Okay.
But we saw in the report it said DNA match Malia, not related. It matched Malia. So where is he getting related from? But he's clever. He's clever.
Let me tell you this. I had multiple reporters reach out to me. Reporters, like credentialized, like reporters reach out to me. And let me tell you something else. These reporters, they don't care about you and me. Just to tell you for facts, they only care about the story. So like I had the interview. They all reached out to me. After that, they were done. They'll throw you to the side.
Mm-hmm.
So, but these reporters, they confirmed with me that the blood DNA match and all that stuff. They said that it was to Malia,
Right.
and I saw reports before that said the DNA match was to Malia. Malia.
Thank you.
It was matching. It was matching. So I was a little surprised. That was one of the huge contentions that I had with the interview.
That's why, exactly. So you sound like you like me, man. You pay attention to what people say.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and we know when people are trying to protect somebody, and sometimes you just do a little bit too hard, and you could pick what he said. Just like somebody said, it's so many hoes that he's saying. It is. There's a lot of hoes, but you know, he trying to be a dad. So I got to give him that much.
I respect that, because you know what I look at
UFO in the building.
I look at Joe Vance, right, and I see him standing up for his son, which there's a lot of holes in it. But I look at the biological father of Malia, and this guy doesn't have anything to stand. He's spineless to me. He doesn't have a sack to stand on. No man could let their daughter just fall out and not. I can't respect that, and I don't see that.
Absolutely.
So the biological father, Craig Davis, that's his name. I don't know where you're at, but you haven't been in any of this.
Nothing. He ain't been in shit.
At least Brittany Bowens, that Lifetime performance that she's putting out, at least she's putting out that performance, right? And at least Joe Vance, he's standing up for his son.
Exactly.
Craig Davis, nothing.
Right.
Nothing. I'm sorry. I
Right.
don't respect that.
Somebody came in the chat room and said, man, they love the interview. Super Max, he said your interview was truly brilliant.
Thanks, bro.
He said he loved what you said, bro. He said we are all in total agreement. Yeah, the reporters don't get.
I got a lot of criticism for that interview, but like I said, I really wasn't trying to contradict.
Yeah.
It's an interrogation thing too. When I actually like Joe Van. I don't have anything against the guy. I've spoken to him so many times that off the record, he's a really nice guy, but I'm not trying to like combat the guy. When you talk to somebody, let them talk. Just like Brittany is doing, let them talk. Let them speak their soul. Right. You don't gotta say much.
Right. You know and I feel that because I think regardless of how suspect this shit sounds, I guess everybody deserves to tell their part, you know. So and you're right. If you come in talking about, man, you fucking lying, man. How is this, how that? They're gonna shut down and say interview is over. Interview is over. And that's why I say with the thing with Quanell X, you know, when they did the interview with Kay Houston, a lot of people in my channel was like, man, why he won't just let her talk? Just let her talk, you know?
I want to look into it. I really do want to dig into that guy because a lot of people have messaged me and said that, like, yo, iCkEdMeL, like, you need to look into him. I really want to do that.
Well, I did it on my other platform, so the return of favor. You want to break mine down? If you want to break mine down, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. You want to break mine down?
Sure, yeah.
I sure did it, brother. I sure did.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, because I thought they said there was like blood in the hallway, blood in the bathroom.
Thank you.
No, it says blood. They said they found traces of blood that's related to Malia.
Okay, because I thought too, like they were saying that like he was trying. They saw evidence of like trying to clean the blood, but
no, they said they saw traces of blood related to Malia.
Okay. That's not what they said. That's not what they said. That's not what they said. That is not what they said, man. They said they sprayed the luminol and that whole kitchen down there lit up and the bathroom lit up, man, full of blood. And they said the blood on the toothbrush matched Malia's. So that is not what they said. I heard the reporter tell you that. The reporter told you, well, the cops are pretty sure in a resource or whatever that it was her blood. So I don't know what brother Joe is doing right here, but he just totally threw me off with that one, man. He totally threw me off.
Yeah, I was thrown off by that too.
Yeah.
Sure. That's another contention. It was the whole post route thing. I had reporters reach out to me and said that that was not true because there's people that called themselves and spoke to the post office, and the whole blood situation that we're talking about now. I've had multiple reporters, accredited people, that told me that was there was two things in this whole interview that didn't follow through, and those were the two things: the post route and the blood.
Somebody said, T Night said, let's not forget that the biological father said that when he dropped the son off to the mom's house, he asked Darian if he could see his daughter, and Darian told him no.
I tried to ask about that, and when I said that, like, allegedly that happened, he in the interview he said allegedly, well, the biological father beat Malaya. That was the whole part we played. I was surprised about that, but
Well, I would say this right here. It's easy to put labels on people, especially when you got two sides going against each other. It's easy to put labels on people. And again, I don't like to put, no matter how much of a piece of shit that we think they might be, but I don't want to put nothing false on anybody, even Brittany. I don't want to put nothing false on her.
Like the whole gay stuff and pictures. Stuff. You know how many chicks, when you break up, I've had them, oh, you gay!
Right.
They put pictures on you, and all of a sudden your penis is too small for them. But the whole time, the 2-3 years, it was all good. But now it's a problem. So, like, I don't put too much into that.
Exactly.
Real men know what that is when women get upset and they want to just, like, try to discredit you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I said, man. Him being undercover, I don't give a shit about that. I really don't.
Yeah, I really don't.
I really don't give a shit about that because you got a lot of them. You got a lot of guys that's undercover like that. That's not even surprising anymore. So I really don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about that, man. But I do give a shit about is Brittany behind a lot of this stuff, and
right.
There's a lot of stuff that is not being told. And Quanell sex, I mean, damn. Quanell X is not letting her talk like she should be talking,
right.
So I don't know, man. But let's continue.
I don't trust that chick.
I don't either, man. Let's continue.
From her brother and blood on a toothbrush. The blood that they found was her brother's blood. That's why it says related to Malia. It's not her blood.
So it's not her blood at all, you're saying? Or
no, it's not her blood. That's why it says they found traces of blood related to
Malia.
So yeah, they said supposedly that was the last time that she was seen walking in and she never walked back out. And one of the questions that a lot of people want to know, you might not know, was Brittany home that day, the April 30th? Was she
all
back?
All of that video is like given from Brittany and that guy. Like that video could have been tampered with or anything.
Well, it wasn't even any video released. It was just like 2 screenshots, and that was it. So we have no idea what's on there.
Exactly. So anything, and that's released by, like, that's another thing. Like, the police are letting them lead their investigation. Like, what's up with that?
Okay.
How are they coming up with all of this evidence, but the cops not coming up with no evidence?
Right.
And then Brittany told my son, like, the night, like, okay, she said she came home from the airport, right? And she came to the airport and Darian wasn't there.
Right.
She waited all the way to 8 o'clock in the morning to come to my other son's house to tell him that Darian was missing.
That part right there got me too, because I think
that's a huge part.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think I remember hearing something about that, because my thing is, when I first did it, all right, if Darian was supposed to be the one to come pick you up, I don't know. I don't even think they said anything about she tried to contact him or not. I don't remember. Right. But he's not answering, so you call somebody else to come get you. And you would think as a mother or
makes
a father.
No damn sense.
Exactly. You would think as a mother, as a father, that the first thing would be on your mind, where's my children?
Right.
I be going, where the fuck is my kids? Where's my kids at? I say it like that. Where's my fucking kids?
For real.
This Negro is not. True. This Negro is not answering the fucking phone. Somebody tell me what's up, cause he supposed to come get me.
No sense.
But instead, instead, they said she waited all the way to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. Next day.
So now it makes it even more suspect. Did you have this set up?
Right.
Because again, like I told you earlier, she had to know what time he was leaving, and she had to know which route he was taking.
Right.
You know, in order to set this up. But at the same time, both of them could have plotted this.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? Like the whole story, a lot of it doesn't make sense. A lot of the details don't add up. But what I can say is that the cops reported supposedly that when Darian got dropped off at the hospital, that supposedly that same vehicle he claimed was stolen or whatever is the same vehicle that dropped him off at the hospital.
Dropped off at, and I was hoping he.
So
yeah.
There's more than one person involved in this. It wasn't just one person. You know what I'm saying? So we need to find out what the hell is going on. And you know what else? That whole thing that I covered, that you covered with the Acevedo, the interview, the press conference where the cops spoke out to the public.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that let me know? Out of everything they said, it lets me know they don't have a goddamn idea where the hell Malia is. They don't have no clue. They don't know where she's at. They're begging for the people, which is respectful in a way, because people they need to get involved, but they really need us and people involved to get to the story of what's going on with this girl. And let me tell you this also because Acevedo, he said like it seems like people moved over it. Acevedo said it feels like people just forgot about it. Nah, I got messages from Africa, people from Africa messaging me like, yo, I saw this story, I can't believe it. People from the United Kingdom, the UK, messaging me. So nobody forgot about this story. He might feel like that, but nobody forgot about the story because we're not letting it die down.
And I'm glad you brought it up because when I played it before you came, like I said, I don't know exactly when you came in, but it was people, they were saying the same thing you said, ain't nobody forgot about this. Where the hell you get that from?
I came towards the end. I didn't hear that. Yeah, but
okay.
He was saying that like people forgot about it. And none of us forgot about this. And thank you for the people that are on the ground.
Exactly.
Literally.
Oh man, much love to them. Much love to them. I would love to have an interview with Tim. I would love to have an interview with him.
There was a misreport because of the cell phone stuff. I heard about that.
I covered it tonight. I covered it tonight too.
And he was saying it was ego and all. Who cares about ego and all this stuff? If there's people on the ground searching, I don't care if it's about your ego or anything. Just go out there and search for this little girl.
Well, if I may intervene on that, what he was saying was, I guess somebody was putting out false narratives about the search. Okay. And I can feel where he come from in there because you putting out.
He said there was like live streams. I didn't see the live.
Yeah, he said they be live streaming the search and everything, but he was saying that people was putting out false narratives about the search, which could harm the whole thing. And by him being one of the leaders of it, he pretty much was saying they could have fucked up everything. So he's like, okay, are you really here to help or you here for your own gain? So I agree with him on that. I agree with that.
That's true. Well, the thing is too is like a lot of times too you get these false tips, these false whatever. Like I said previously, there were people messaging me like, "Oh, I had a premonition and her body's here. Oh, I had a premonition and her body's there." People texting me, sending me messages of pictures. And I can totally understand what that for the search party is like. Yeah, you got these people that are just feeling something in their head and they think the body's there. Can you imagine every person that has to go and search these thousands of tips of people that are just having premonitions? And there's YouTube channels doing tarot card, like what is it called? Tarot card readings? Tarot cards,
yeah. I heard people doing that.
They're pulling out these cards and Malea's here, Malea's there. Yo, are you kidding me?
If only it was that easy.
Waste of time.
Exactly. If
Don't
only
waste time with that BS.
If it was that easy, she would have been found a long time ago.
Bruh. Tarot card readings. And I'm thinking like, damn, this is what these people have to deal with. Tarot card readings. I don't want to hear about none of that BS. That's why I'm going to put on it.
Because if it was that easy, first of all, you would have saved her from the damage that was being done while she was alive. Second of all,
tarot card readings of where her body is. I'm getting messages like that. No lie.
Man, dude, I swear, when it comes to this stuff that we do, man, some people, they are genuine about it. And some people, like you said, they just do it for views, I like views. I know you do too. We like them, but we really putting our heart into this. We're putting our heart into it. So the views are going to come naturally. But like you said though, just to make up false narratives, just get more people to watch you. Be like, I did not know that. Come on, man.
Right. Well, that's why I don't like that channel, Planet of the Fakes.
Yeah, I heard of them, but I don't know much about them. But I heard of it though.
I don't know too much about them either, but I just don't like, especially when a little girl's missing, that you're gonna put a video out that she was seen alive here, and you know it's not true. Mm-hmm. I just don't respect that. And there's people that are watching that Planet of the Fakes channel, and I get links sent to me all the time, and I just can't respect that. I'm sorry. A little girl is missing. She's probably maybe dead, and people are supporting this channel called Planet of the Fakes. I just can't. I'm sorry. I don't respect that crap.
Right. I feel you. Yeah, Let's continue.
For sure.
I had actually talked to her the day before she went on the media. And she was just like so nonchalant about everything. I'm like, this girl had something to do with this. And I'm wondering, like, why aren't the police even investigating her? Like she was saying she was going out of town to visit her for her dad's funeral.
Yeah, right. What's up with that?
Let me stop right there, man. Have you heard the story that people are questioning if she really did go out of town? Did you hear the thing? People's questioning that?
A lot of people have been questioning that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been wanting to ask the reporters that.
Okay.
I don't know what's true or not. You know, I've had YouTuber friends that are really good investigators. Like Crystal Nicole, she's really good at investigating stuff, and nobody's seen receipts, nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw reports that they said that they actually reached out to the airport and the funeral home, and they said supposedly their confirmation, but I have yet to see. I have not seen one report where it shows Brittany Bowens at this funeral service. Not one.
Right.
Nothing.
I think I seen a couple of people that put up some obituaries. I guess she may have had, but even
did she have it or not?
I don't know, but even there you can cockade up something. So, cause I heard people doing that before. Now, if you cockade up an obituary, you a piece of shit. I'm sorry, because you playing with death now. You playing with death now, man. So let's continue.
All right.
Man, she hadn't seen her dad in 10 to 12 years.
Really?
Like she barely knew her dad.
So now that right there, when he said that, I think a lot of my people out was like, So it makes it even more suspect. Did you really go see your dad?
Yeah.
And what made you go see your dad after all this time?
That was suspect to me too. For real. And for me, what Joe said, a lot of the things with CPS, it aligned. When I did research into the things regarding CPS, it aligned what he was saying. You know? So I don't know.
Right. Let's continue.
She even went out of town. Like, do they have photos and pictures of her leaving?
Good question.
The airport and stuff like that? I know she went out of town around the 11th of April.
Yeah, I heard that.
My family went down there to visit Darian, and she was gone out of town.
Okay.
My family was down there, and they visited him and the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wish there was some sort
out of town, and then she came back. She came back in town, and she supposedly left again. My family was the one who contacted police about the missing.
Now he got me with that too. He got me with that. Like, wow.
Filed the missing person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we kept trying to get the police to file an Amber Alert, but they wouldn't do it. They took forever to do that. When she came to the house and said that Darian was missing, of course Joe was worried, and he called the police. You know, she didn't call the police. He called the police. And like I said, then she told my son, like, the night of, like, I'm about to get a Lifetime movie off of this.
Wow. Wait, the night of? Wait, which night? Like the night?
The night that they was looking for Darian. The day, Saturday?
Right.
Saturday they was looking for him.
Yeah.
She's telling she gonna get a Lifetime movie. What's up with, you know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you one thing too that came to my head as I heard these allegations too, and all these people reporting was that supposedly Vince, they were saying, and I'm talking about Darren, that they said that he used to work a post route and that he mentioned to the mother-in-law, which would be the other side of the family, I guess, that if he was to get rid of a body, he would do it in one of these remote areas. You ever heard of that?
I never heard that.
Okay.
And he never worked no post route. He worked at the post office for 3 days in the mailroom.
Oh, really? So he wasn't like on a route going to the different places to, like.
No, he worked in the mailroom for like 3 days through a temp service.
That's crazy.
My son never worked on a post route ever in his life.
Wow.
I just want to get the word out about her. I want people to look into her stories and her allegations about my son. And
so she's a liar. Like what she's saying.
Yeah, she's saying all of that, the molestation, all of that is a lie, man.
Okay.
How can he molest somebody? Like I said, how is he taking somebody from daycare when he's at work? He works 9 to 5 every day.
Right.
It's not adding up, man. Right. It's not adding up. We all know her story's not adding up.
I see potential subscribers. Subscribe for more. This is the mother.
Is that Alex Jones?
That's Alex Jones. You noticed that?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because I had asked somebody, one of my followers, I said, is Intimate with InfoWars? They like, I don't know. I said, I see the thing with Alex Jones, and I thought
like
that's pretty kind of cool,
like
That's kind of cool. So, man, first of all, let me say this, man. Great interview. You did a swell job, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I commend you with that. That's a damn great interview.
Most people saw it what it was for it was. Like you and other people. Some other people didn't. It flew over their heads, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Nah, that's I gotta give credit where credit's due, man. That was a damn good interview, and then you did, like you said, your thing was not to come at him and be like,
yeah, for sure,
growling. You let him talk,
yeah.
And that's what we needs to do is to let him talk. But now some things that I hate that he didn't touch on, and that's when Darian was dropped off in the car that he claimed it was stolen. And not only that, cadaver dogs had sent a decomposing body. So did he not hear that either? Or why did he point on that? Or did y'all have a back conversation about that or what?
Well, we never spoke about that behind the scenes, but no, that didn't make sense. The two big contentions, like I've said, were it was the whole blood thing where he said it was just blood with the brother and all that stuff, where people have told me, reporters have told me that it was actually a match, DNA match to Malaya. Mm-hmm. And the other thing too was the post route that a lot of people told me. And I did an interview. I actually spoke about this. CHRIS report, like they interviewed me and we spoke about it. Mm-hmm. They said that he did work a post route. You know what I'm saying? So those are two big things that didn't match up to the story.
Yeah, and I wished he had touched on that because those are some key points too. Mm-hmm. The key points we got here is the basket. You fight the basket, you fight the gas can.
Right.
But now, if anything that the cops should have said that they're not talking about is the black bag. Why is nobody talking about the black bag no more? I said that earlier. I think the black bag plays a major key point too. If you can find the black bag, I think you'll find Malia.
Yeah, a lot of the thing is too with cops and police, a lot of times they won't tell you what they know. Mm-hmm. A lot of times they'll hold or hold that information. So, but when tips come in, they know they can confirm it. So, like if somebody calls in, they're like, that bag was in there, but it had blood, or like that bag was in there and it was burned. Mm-hmm. Well, they can confirm that. So a lot of times the police, they'll hold back information that the public doesn't know about.
So yeah, man. So, but other than that, though, those the things that I stopped and gave my thoughts on. Those was the main things I wanted to bring to your attention and my thoughts on it, and to get your true thoughts on what
I appreciate it, man.
You heard about that. So, again, you want to tell the people what was your overall thoughts about everything, man? What was your overall thoughts?
I mean, my overall thoughts is that, like I said in the interview and stuff, I think this is just a father that's sticking up for his son, which I can respect. I feel like he wasn't fully in the loop about everything that's going on.
Right.
And I feel like he got some of the information wrong, which reporters and all that confirmed to me. And I even spoke to him after he confirmed to me too. But he doesn't trust these reporters. And I don't blame him, because a lot of these reporters, they're affiliated with police. They're affiliated with the cops. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that until recently, where I saw a reporter that I was talking to that she was retweeting stuff that the police were posting. Mm-hmm. So if you're really don't trust these people, I wouldn't trust them either because they're affiliated with the police and the cops. I can totally understand, and that's the thing with within the community too.
Right.
No snitching and all this. So I can respect that. I don't think that Joe was purposely hiding anything. I don't feel like he was purposely trying to like.
That was gonna be my next question. You beat me to it. That's my next question.
yeah. Go ahead.
No, that was gonna be my next question. Did you think he was hiding anything purposely? But you already answered it.
I may, and you know what, Joe, I haven't known him that long, so maybe he's playing me. But so far, and we've had a lot of private conversations, I don't think that he is misleading people purposely. That's what I got from it. Okay. And as much as they want to play his videos and want to play his rap songs, the Planet of the Fakes, they played this video of him like he's chilling in the car and like jamming out to this rap song, which I've done so many times on my own YouTube and Instagram, but they played it now like it was recent, and I had a friend of mine look into it, and it's like 4 years old, but they posted it like it's now.
Right.
So a lot of these media places, you can't trust them. So they posted this video and they want to denigrate him and whatever, and he's artist in music. So is Darion. They have videos of Darion playing with his brother where like there's guns and like I forgot what the song is, but whatever. They're pointing guns and all this stuff, and I know about the hustle. So I really tried not to portray or get caught up in the influence of he has guns, he's making this music video and he makes rap music.
Right.
And, well, that's how black people have to be because they have these guns and stuff. I really tried not to play into that, and that's why I kind of ignored it.
Well, it's
put that out.
Right. Well, it's funny that you brought that up because that's one of the first things I covered when I started my show. You know, Malia. I mean, Dan, not Malia. Brittany. They saying she showed back up on Instagram. But she was saying,
right. She did.
Yeah, they say she showed back on Instagram, and she was claiming she's supposed to be going away. But they said she came in and started posting pictures on Instagram.
Right.
Me personally, and I asked the audience, I said, you know the crazy thing about that is that when you come back and do that, you trying to make yourself seem like you the good person out of this, but then with a lot of cases kind of find out you was the corporate. So why would you do all this and everybody looking at you as the corporate?
It's true. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like. It's true. And the Britney thing, it makes me almost look at her even more guilty as.
Thank you.
Know. She's trying to get more promo. She's trying to promote her company. She's a photographer or whatever. She's trying to get more, views out of her.
Exactly. And then as I read later on, users was telling her, do you think you should be taking Darion off your posts right now?
I saw that, yeah.
And her reply was,
no,
not yet. Until
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's a huge contradiction. If you're a woman that says this, like your child is being abused and all sort of stuff, and you have pictures that you're posting on Instagram together with him, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Look. This man, all the evidence is pointing to him.
Right.
That he did this. And that's your dumbass response? Ma'am, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't know if Brittany bipolar or she's slow.
I don't know, man. Probably got issues, bro.
Or she really just loved this man. But I did another show where I showed text she put out. She called him all these bitches and she saying he setting her up and this, that, and the third. But you brought your punk ass back to Instagram and posting pictures. What the hell? And the same thing with the biological dad. You ain't nowhere to be found, but you posting up pictures. Come on, dude. Seriously? Come on, dude. Seriously?
I don't know, man.
At least speak to the public. Then do that, man. Now, it look like to me you opportunists and you trying to get sympathy yourself. So it's like you and Brittany is doing the same thing. Who can get the most publicity? But it's going to be her right now because everybody looking at her as the corporate.
I don't know, man. But
wow, man.
Yeah.
ickEdMeL,
thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much, brother.
I'm gonna get some sleep, but thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem, man. What time is where you at? It's 12:34. What time is where you at?
It's 1:34 a.m.
Okay, so you're an hour ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, YouTuber iCkEdMeL has joined me for the show. Brother, thank you so much, man. You brought some good peoples over here. And I'm going to email you the show that I did about the interview. And like I said, you can take it and break it down how you want to, brother. But you have a good night, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you too. Thanks,
all right,
man. Take care.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Good man. That's a good brother. That's a good brother. I am honored to have him on my platform. He said he didn't mind doing it. Like I said, he came in the chat room. I thought it was a fraud, but it was actually him. He got a couple of accounts. And he said, hey, I get on the panel with you. The man got on the panel, man. Great show. You might well say I interviewed him too. Damn good show. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, brother. And I appreciate y'all good people who came. Y'all some good people. Y'all some good people. So I am the CHRIS Thorns Show. I do exactly the same thing he does. You know, I advocate for children. I do stories about children. And me and him has a passion for kids. I see both of us has a passion for kids, and especially him because I think he has a daughter. So I can just imagine what's going through his head as this story progress, you know. But like I told y'all earlier, Darion, go ahead and tell him where this baby at. Stop prolonging this shit. Go ahead and tell him where the baby at, because you're going to get caught. Okay, dude, you're going to get caught. And if Brittany is involved, dude, tell him. Brittany's involved. Ain't no sense y'all prolonging this shit, because you both motherfuckers going to get caught. You're going to get caught. That's all it is to it. So why prolong?